Okay, so you came back, so you must be a little interested in what I had to say in my first video. And hopefully you're ready to dive in and do some work because it's a lot of work and it's not going to be easy. I'm warning you right now. And some of the things I'd like to say right away, some of the things that I'm going to talk about could very well be a trigger for you. So be careful about that. If the experiences that I'm sharing of my own trigger something for you, just be prepared. Every day, wherever we go, whatever we're doing, we face that possibility of being triggered, and we don't know what those triggers are until it happens. And yeah, just be prepared. I'm gonna warn you. I'd love to be able to say, we're gonna get through this. You watch my videos, bam, listen to my tips. You got the cure, you're done. You're back to your life next week. Yeah, no. No. So, let me get started. Please also, if you would like, share, and subscribe to my channel, that would be awesome. It just helps me out with getting my messages out to others. So you'll hear me say that in the videos coming up because I was told that's the good tip to do. Moving on now. Okay. During one of my sessions that I had a little over a year ago with my therapist, he kind of just stopped and asked me, you know, what do you want to do? What do you mean? What do you want to do? What do I want to do? I want to be better, that hearing someone like that ask you, what do you want to do? Takes you back a second. And I'm so glad that he did, because that triggered me in a good way to think about it. I was going to therapy for a few years, and in the beginning, while you're waiting in the waiting room, they have you fill out this form, how are you feeling today, on a scale of 1 to 10, are you low, are you anxious about stuff, are you worrying about things? Well, hell yes, I am. I'm checking them off, 10, 10, 10. And that's what I was doing every visit. I wasn't feeling better. I sat in the sessions, I listened, I talked, I cried, I did all this stuff with them, and he told me, he goes, I'm not seeing much progress, I'm not seeing much improvement, so I need to ask you, Molly, what do you want to do? And after a minute of thinking, once the shock kind of wore out, like I say, what do you mean? I thought about it. I want to get better. I want to get better. I cannot just get up because there's an appointment, go see whoever, and expect that interaction to fix me, to solve my issues, to make me feel better. You have to commit to getting better. And that's what I told him. I said, I don't want to quit. I don't want to quit. And so I thought about that, not just during the appointment. I mean, we talked a little bit about it, but of course, but afterwards, when I got home, what is it that I can do to help things along? Because there's no magic pill. I'd have taken it by now. There's no magic pill that's going to make you feel better. Not alone. Not on its own. Like I said, I'm not anti-medication. Okay? I believe that there is a place and a time and a purpose for them. But you can't just take a pill alone and be better. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. And the quicker you can come to grips with that, the better chances you have of honestly feeling better. So, I asked myself the next morning when I woke up, because I was just laying in bed. Again, I was in bed for like 3 years. I got up to go to the bathroom. I went back to bed. I got up and sat in the corner of my living room in a chair, looking at 4 walls for a change of scenery. Here we are with this coronavirus thing where we're forced to be in our home, and looking at these walls. And I was already doing that. I had been in lockdown for years, and I did it to myself. And there's tricks to that can turn them more beneficial. So again, I woke up and I asked myself, what are you going to do, Molly? In a little voice inside my head said, you're going to get up. Okay, and then what? No. You're going to get up out of bed. You're going to get dressed like you have someplace to go. You're going to fix your hair. You're going to fix your face. You're going to get up. Even if it's just to turn around and lay right back down for a nap. Because that's what I did. I was sleeping all the time and all that. Yeah, Rip Van Winkle or whatever his name was, So that's one thing. That's one thing. You have to commit every day just to get up. Commit to drag your ass out of bed every day, even if it's just for a little bit. It's something. Before that, I was in bed, sleeping all the time, and I'd walk by a mirror in the bathroom or the bed, wherever, and I saw myself. I looked like shit, and I didn't care. I didn't care. I didn't care how I looked. I didn't care if if I had big zits all over my face, whatever. I didn't fucking care. I wasn't going to see nobody. I wasn't going to do nothing. Why get up? Why waste the energy? Why waste the makeup? Why waste the clothes, building laundry. Why do that? Because it's key. It's key. What I was telling myself was, I don't care about Molly. I don't care to look good. I don't care that Molly's, got zits on her face, or I don't care that she's wearing the same pajamas all week long. I don't care that she's wearing them all day, not getting dressed, not doing nothing. I was telling myself I didn't care. If I don't care, who the hell's gonna care? Who? If you don't care about yourself, who's going to? Yeah, we have family that care and all that stuff, but it doesn't. I'm trying to be really careful with how I say things, because I am not saying that it doesn't matter that your parents care about you, or your kids care about your spouse. I'm not saying that. It matters. It's important, of course. But the most important person that needs to care is me. I need to care. So you get up out of bed, and you get ready for the day. And it takes a while. It's not like, oh wow, I did my stuff, wow, my hair did, whatever, and that's cured. No. I got up, I got ready, and right back to bed. But I got up, and I got ready. And the next day, I did it again. I got up, I got ready, I sat at the kitchen table instead of in my bed, and I ate breakfast. And then I went back to bed again. Like I say, this is a process that's gonna take time. But it's key to care about yourself. So important. Because like I say, nobody's gonna love me like I love me. And I need to get back to that place where I loved me. So, get up, get dressed, put your face on, waste the makeup. If nobody sees you, whatever, okay? Do it. And pretty soon you notice you walk by a mirror, and then you look over and you're like, oh, I look good today. And that little seed, or that little spark, it's like, oh, it's not that, I'm gonna go sit outside, and if the neighbors see me, hey, I'll say hi. Maybe baby steps. But I'm telling you, it's really important to do this, and I don't want to say it's not hard, because when you're in that low spot, it is hard, but it gets easier. I promise, it gets easier. So that's one tip. Get up, get ready for the day. The next thing is consider not what put you in that low space, that low vibe. Not what put you in bed. Don't. It's so hard. Don't focus on that. Okay? Think about what's keeping you there. Are you shackled? Are you unable to move? I didn't have those excuses. That's what they are. I didn't have those. I had the ability to get up, move, to do things. So, what is it that was keeping me there? Me. I kept me there. I can say this in the videos and make it sound easy, like, oh, well, that's all you gotta do. Oh my God. Yeah. So much easier said than done. So like I say, I'm gonna give you these tips, but you gotta be willing to put in the work, and it won't be easy. It won't be. I'm not gonna lie. It didn't happen overnight. But the more you do it, the easier it gets. It becomes a pattern. You break that pattern that you sink down into with depression. You break that pattern by changing how you think about yourself. The only one who can help. I mean, I go to the therapist, I took the pills, I did, all this, but the only one that can really help, like when that computer breaks and crashes and stuff, is you. You're it. You can fix yourself if you get that in your head. You change your pattern that you're in. So it doesn't seem like much to say, oh, get up out of bed, fix your face, fix your hair, whatever, for no reason. But for you. And it makes you start to feel a little bit better every day. Every day. So think about what's keeping you in that spot again. Unless you are physically shackled or whatever, what is keeping you there? And this is where some of the digging takes place. A lot of digging. What I mean by that is we have to think about our life before. There are some things that get embedded in our minds at a very young age. And it's not even done in a intentional way. An example of kind of what I mean. If you had a mom like mine, amazing, but still, the woman loved us so. She loved us so. And she made me school clothes. I tease her about this all the time. I'm like, you made me wear what? Anyway, so just an example, you know, you're happy, you are sporting your mom's outfit that she made for you, all that love stitched into every little nook and cranny of it and everything. You put it on, you're kind of proud, you're feeling good about it. And you get to school. And there's no creature, I don't think, that can be as cruel as another kid. The bluntness that comes from them, the not thinking, whatever. But you're wearing your outfit. You feel like you're looking pretty good. And little Julie Banks, whoever, I'm just throwing a name out, Pebbles, okay, says, oh my God, look at that, look at Molly, look at, she's wearing, oh my God. Instantly, you become self-conscious. And from that moment on, I mean, you get home, you're ripping the clothes off. I'm never wearing this again. I can't believe you did this to me. Whatever. But that little moment isn't over on that day. All of a sudden now, I'm concerned with what somebody else thinks. If somebody else is going to approve of me. All of a sudden, you feel lesser of a person than you did that morning when you woke up. And you carry, I mean, so you're on the playground again, and, you know, you are doing dodgeball. Oh my God, dodgeball. And you get hit. You're the last one out. You lost it for your team. Whatever. Everybody's on you. It's all your fault. It was a freaking game. And what does it matter? We were playing, you know? But it's that kind of a thing then that makes you go, next time, maybe I don't want to play. Maybe now I don't feel good enough to play, because look at little Johnny, you know, he doesn't get hit, he didn't lose it, he won, everybody's happy, blah blah blah. Normal, innocent, however, everyday things start to build in the back of our minds at that young age. And we get that doubt about ourselves. We get that not feeling good enough about ourselves. Feeling lesser about ourselves. And that's not true. That's not true. Somebody may be better at sports. Somebody may have more money or whatever, and or their mom's a fashion designer or whatever, and they look great. Nobody's judging them. Nobody's saying anything about them. And those that do get things said about them, negative, start to go, oh. You could have colored a photo, and I'm just throwing these out as examples of how easy it is that at a young age we get molded in our thought pattern about ourselves. You could color a picture and be so proud, that you colored that picture and all that, and you go and you show somebody, your auntie or whoever, look at what I did, look at my picture, isn't that great? And they go, oh, nice. But you got to learn to stay in the lines. Something that easy. It wasn't malicious. But it sticks with you. Because now next time you don't show the photo that much. You judge it. You look at it and you're like, oh, I'm supposed to color in the lines. Did I do that? Oh, that one's no good. And you throw it away. So what? If you don't color in the lines. Picasso, for God's sakes. You know what I mean? We don't all have to be the same, and we're not. We are unique in our own ways. That's how we're created. There's not another me out there. There's not another you out there. And we have a purpose. We have a purpose here. Okay. Hopefully, this next part doesn't lose you. Okay. But those are innocent things. Not intentional, but happen to us. And then there's the intentional things that some of us have experienced in life, and myself included. They are simply out of our control. I was 7 years old when I was first raped. I was at my girlfriend's house, and the neighbor had bunnies and asked us if we wanted to come and see the bunnies. I won't go into huge detail. We know what that word means, rape. So, you get the gist. But one of the other things with that was the pornographic material that I was shown at that time. It was not just a Playboy. It was mutilated human body parts. And I was told, along with my friend, we were told that that would happen to our parents if we told. That would happen to our moms if we told, if we said anything. Also, if we didn't come back. It was 2 events. 2 different days. And I often stop and think, what would have happened if I wasn't scared? If I didn't go back? If I told? But 7 when an adult speaks to you in that kind of way, when they terrify you and hurt you, you believe they're going to do it again. They did it once, you know? Eventually I did tell. Actually, no. That was a lie. I didn't tell. Photos that were given to us as a keepsake of our special time being good girls were found. And my mom I don't know what I don't know what she was feeling. I can only imagine. But when this happened, it was at a time where on the news things were happening to other children, and they were being put on the stands and not in court to testify against their offenders. And they started kind of pointing the finger at the kids. Well, what were you doing that enticed that reaction? What were you wearing? You know, how the can a 7-year-old do anything to entice that? I don't understand that. I never will understand that. I don't want to be in a place where I do understand that. I don't want to be anywhere near that. But you don't, you move on from that. Not just as a kid, if it happens at any age. Yeah, you move on, but not over. It sticks in your head. And I began turning to food for comfort. And a way to hide myself. Because that's when I was 7. And I was about 8 when it wasn't rape, it was molestation. But when that happened from a person that I knew, a family friend I trusted, everybody did. I never told that one. It was one time. And then I had another incident occur. And it was a family member, not my immediate family member, extended. And when it happened, the person, it was a cousin, and I can't remember, I get confused, 3rd, 4th, whatever, cousin, wasn't an immediate. Anyway, after the first time, because it happened multiple, after the first time, his older sister found out And she scolded me. She immediately came after me. What did you do? Shame on you, you bad girl, and all this kind of stuff, and stay away, and don't do that, That happened when I was 9. And it happened multiple times, like I say. Different cases, spots and stuff. But anyway, food was always there for me. I never told that either, that incident. So I began eating as a form of defense, and those were just some of the things. I ate myself to 354 pounds. Okay. I had embedded in my mind I was a bad girl. It was my fault. I had another adult tell me these things. Not my parents. No way now. No. They never had the opportunity because I never said anything to them to defend me, protect me, or anything. So, it opened me up for relationships and opinions of myself that were very low. Very low. I found myself I'm going to say accepting scraps for relationships. I was with people that used me for whatever, not necessarily sexually, whatever, but they got what they wanted from me without giving anything back. I didn't get from relationships what I gave out. I wanted so desperately to be loved. And for me. And with having that strong of a feeling, a desire, when, say, they wouldn't call, or they wouldn't come over, or they didn't say I love you, or things like that, I made up in my mind that was okay. That I needed to take what I could get, basically. Because I wasn't good enough for anything else. That fairy tale relationship wasn't going to happen for me because I wasn't worthy. My schooling suffered. I became what they call a people pleaser. I would go above and beyond, out of my way, to make someone else happy. And I would go without. It doesn't seem like a big deal in the moment. Okay? I mean, my life was still going forward. Um, my first marriage, I walked down the aisle with a restraining order to keep his girlfriends away. The man I was marrying. And I walked down the aisle with a person who was not for me. And I clung to him because that was the best I was going to get in my head. Those are examples of digging and of how things in our childhood come forward. That's just the tip of the iceberg on that. Because there's a lot that happens and we push it aside and we don't deal with it and we don't get it fixed in our heads at the time, and it forms and molds who we think we are as adults. Now, I would like to think that I was a pretty good adult, that I am a pretty good adult, a pretty good person. I care for people. I feel their pains, and I would like to think that I'm a good mom. I would love to be a smidgen of the mom my mom is. But I found myself saying things to my kids growing up, being so caught up in the moment, being so, I gotta work, I gotta provide, I gotta do this, I gotta raise these kids, stuff that every parent goes through. But I found myself doing the, next time stay in the lines, kind of thing. If I would have known then what I know now, man, my kids would be, my kids are amazing, but they'd be different, a little more self-confident. We are amazing individuals. We are important and we matter. We can do whatever we want to do. There is no limit to our abilities. There is no limit to our ability to heal ourselves with these kinds of things. I'm not talking curing our own cancer, if God forbid, that kind of thing. I'm talking about how we think and feel about ourselves. We have that ability. I shared these things with you, and there's more to share, but I shared it with you because, again, I have been in these low places. I still battle these low places. When I say I get it, I get it. I don't get your exact circumstance. You will never get my exact circumstance. We may have had similar experiences in childhood, but they weren't our experiences. trying to find validation for our feelings. It's important. It definitely helps. But we can do it ourselves. We can do it ourselves. We can go back in our mind while we're laying in bed, depressed, stuck. We can go back and we can forgive. That 6-year-old, 7-year-old, 8-year-old, 9-year-old, whatever. We can forgive her for being scared. We can forgive her for not telling, and for keeping the secrets. She can be forgiven. It wasn't her fault. She was a good girl. She was a child that trusted adults. Forgiving is huge. It's powerful. Doesn't mean you forget. Doesn't mean it was okay. Doesn't mean it was acceptable. It means you found peace with it. So my first tip is to get up out of bed. You need to make an agreement with yourself to fight. That's not the life you want. It's not the life I wanted. It's not the life that I will have. I have children that need me, grandchildren that need me, and I will be there for them. I lost a lot of time with them, as I said. No more. There is nothing that is shackling me to my bed but me. And we need to, it's the same for you. Physical limitations, stuff like that. I'm talking about these limitations that keep us here. How we think, how we feel about ourselves. You need to get up. You need to get dressed. You need to get ready for the day. And every day you do it, it gets easier the next. It takes a long time, but you will feel a difference. You will. You need to think back on things that you, when you're laying in that bed, make your time useful. Go within yourself. We have all the answers. Nobody knows us like we know us. Nobody. You need to be honest with yourself, and you need to forgive yourself. You can't go back. You can't change things. And honestly, even the bad stuff, I believe all happens for a reason. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm not saying it's okay. But things happen negative things happen to us all the time. And I believe that the negative things that happen to us help us to embrace more openly the positive things, to help appreciate the good things that come with life. Without the bad, we wouldn't care. If everything was hunky-dory, who the hell would have an issue? Wouldn't that be kind of nice in a way? But wouldn't that be boring as hell too? I mean, I don't wish a sexual assault on anybody. Okay? Don't think that that's what I'm trying to say. That it was okay, that it needed to happen. All that. No, I'm not. I'm trying to turn a negative to a positive. I'm trying to change the way I see the world. This coronavirus has gotten us all to stop and to focus more, on the important things, our families, stuff like that. And I think that it's an opportunity wasted if we don't. So get up, get ready, get dressed. Even if you go back to bed, I don't care. Get up. Consider what it is that is keeping you there in bed when you go back to it. Consider what it is you need to possibly forgive and let go of in your past. And a little extra challenge. Go outside, open your window, open your door, whatever, and listen to how quiet the world is during this time. What do you hear? What can you appreciate? I absolutely love opening my window or my door and listening to the birds. I can hear them. The traffic isn't there. There's not always a Harley revving up in the background like there is right now. But I love that sound too. Look for the good. Look for the good. When you're in a low spot, it ain't easy. And you probably won't care. But change your mindset. Make yourself care. Make yourself care about you. Make yourself care. You can do it. I'm doing it. If I can do it, anybody can. I'm not a rocket scientist. I'm not a professional. I did graduate college, but not until in my 30s, and it was an online course. I'm not knocking myself down. I did it. However, I don't have a PhD in anything. I am just a person who is trying to survive this world, these challenges, and I'm doing it. I am doing it. I'm so much better than I was by changing the way I think about myself and about the things that have happened to me in the past and dealing with them. So yeah, I told you shit's gonna get real in here, okay? Shit's gonna get real. And we can do it. We can do this. You gotta be a fighter. You gotta fight for yourself. Nobody else is gonna do it for you. You have things to live for, just like me. We have things to live for. The death of one of my sons. I got another one in the other room. He needs me. My other kids, they need me. I'm not gonna fail them. I won't. And I'm not gonna fail me. Because I am working too hard to throw in the towel now. Too hard. And the life that I have now, after doing the work, is so much better than the one I had before I did the work. I enjoy it more. I appreciate it more. I stop and listen to the birds, to the sounds of laughter, things that I didn't do before, that I didn't appreciate before, because I was just existing. I wasn't living. And with doing these little things that I'm talking about here, little things, they're big. Again, not easy, but doable. I am appreciating every breath that I have. Much more. And I'm seeing a whole different world than I saw before. And I'm valuing myself much more than I ever did before. I'm not just a fighter, I'm a fucking warrior, okay? You see these memes coming across Facebook or whatever, I connect. I am a badass. I am an amazing person. And you are too. We all are, in our own way. We all have something to bring to the table. Something to help someone else. And hopefully this is helping you. Okay? Have a good day. Let me know. Drop me some comments. Let me see if you're going to try this. Let me know how it goes. Okay? Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Have a good one. See you later.